Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Let me show you how you can sign PDF documents on your Mac. MACMOST is brought to you thanks to a great group of more than 2,000 supporters. Go to MACMOST.com/Patreon. There you could read more about it, join us, and get exclusive content and course discounts. Now, when you get a PDF document from somebody, a fairly common thing to have to do with it is to sign it and send it back. You can do that all on your Mac. You don't need to print anything out or scan anything in. For instance, here's a PDF document that I have on my desktop. I'm going to double click it and it should open up by default in the Preview app. If it doesn't, you can always control click it, right click it, or two-finger click on it and choose Open With and choose Preview. Now the next thing you may want to do is fill out the form. You can move your pointer over various fields and click and then type. You probably already know that you can do that. But then when it comes time to sign, you may think that the best way to do it is to print out the document, then sign the piece of paper, and then scan it back in using a scanner or your iPhone. But you can actually sign it right here. The way to do that is to use the special signature tool. You can find that in one of two places. One is you can click on the markup tools, and then you'll find the signature tool right here. If you click on it here and you have never done it before, then you need to now add a signature. And you have three ways to do that. One will work if you have a trackpad attached to your Mac. You'll see the trackpad option. Then you can click here to begin. So then you use your trackpad to fill it in. It doesn't work like a regular trackpad then. It works like it's a regular sheet of paper and you can tap anywhere to add to the signature. So I can put a little X right in the middle like that just by using the middle. Now you just press any key, say the space bar, and you're finished. You could set a description like this is my full name or given name or initials, or you can choose custom. Let's choose full name here and then click done. And now you're going to see the signature appear here in a list. If you wanted to add one of the other ways with the camera option, what you want to do is take a piece of paper and sign your name really large. Use nice thick dark ink, so maybe a marker of some sort. A thin pen or pencil won't work as well. Don't be afraid to make it big. Then use the camera option and you simply hold the piece of paper up to your Mac's camera and it will snapshot it. Another option you may see is iPad or iPhone. And when you use that, it will actually trigger your iPhone or iPad that's nearby with a special window where you can sign using your finger on that device. It's useful to play around with all of these. Try adding all of them. It's easy to remove the signatures. See, I can go right in here and click the X button. So you could try adding a bunch of different signatures and then the one you think came out the best you can keep and remove all the rest. So once you have a signature here, to use it, all you need to do is click on the sign tool, then click the signature you want to use, and it will appear here as a movable box. Then you move it to the signature area. Use the blue dots to resize it. So you'll find that different forms have different size spaces for things. So sometimes you're going to want to shrink it, sometimes you're going to want to enlarge it. You get it to how you like, and then you're done. You can click away and it's there. You can always click back on it and move it around again. Now, if there are multiple places to sign, you can keep going back here and choosing the signature. It'll add another one. And while you have it selected, you can always use the delete key on your keyboard to remove it in case you added one too many. You could also select the one that's there, hold the Option key down and drag to create a copy of it and drag it somewhere else. Or you could simply select it, do Command C for copy, and then Command V to paste another copy of it. This is useful if you have a long document and you want to copy your signature from one page and then paste it on another. One reason to copy and paste or Option drag to make a copy is it'll remember the size if you've resized it on the page. A good reason to create multiple signatures for yourself is that you may want to have one that's your full name and also one that's a set of initials. A lot of forms ask you to initial certain lines as well as fully sign others. Or you may have some situations where you're signed, say, with your middle name and others where you're signed without it. Now, of course, with a form like this, you want to fill it out as you normally would. And sometimes there's a field for the date and you can click in there and then type the date that you signed it. However, sometimes there isn't a field there. That's okay. You can still put the date there. You want to use the markup tools for this and you want to click on a text box. That'll create a text box right here. And then you could type the date like that. And then you could go into the text tool right there. You can decrease its size. You can bold or unbold it. And you can change the color as well. Get it to be what you want. And now move it in place onto the date field there. You can also select and option drag or copy and paste this if you need to use this elsewhere. This technique is also useful if you find the form doesn't have fields in it. You could just use markup tool text boxes everywhere to fill in a form, even if it's a scan and not a real PDF form made in a pro app. Now notice here, if I save this document and close it and then open it again, the signature is still there, but I can't select it. Even if I choose markup tools, it won't allow me to select that. However, the markup text boxes like this, that can still be edited. So if you want to make these permanent as well, even going to File and Export won't do it. But you can go to Print and then choose PDF down here, save it, and now when I open up this, the boxes that I've added can't be changed. Now you don't necessarily have to have the document saved to your drive in order to do this. You can do it anywhere that there are markup tools. For instance, here's an email and it has a PDF in it. And what I could do here is I could click the reply button. It'll ask if I want to include the attachment or not. And then I get my reply here and there's the attachment. Sometimes it'll show you the actual PDF. Other times you'll just see an icon. But in both cases you see a little button at the top right. It only appears if you move your pointer over it. You can click there and go to markup. And you can see I'm still in the Mail app, but I'm using markup tools in the Mail app instead of markup tools in preview. And the sign button is there. I can click that and there are my signatures. So I can add the signature, place it where I want and size it. And I may want to, of course, add the date and fill out the rest of the form. When I click done, that's actually the file that's going to be sent. I can select it here and hit the space bar to quick look to check. And there's the X right there. So now I can send this back. And signatures that you add are also saved to iCloud Keychain. So you should see them on all your other devices where you're using Apple ID and iCloud Keychain, which should be automatic for most people. So on your iPhone, if you have a PDF in the Files app, you can go to Files, you can open it up, and then you've got your markup tools at the bottom, also form filling tools. I'll go to Markup Tools, tap Plus, and then add a signature, and then you'll see your existing signatures there, or you can add and remove another one using the touchscreen on your iPhone, and then it's the same thing. You can go and resize it, you can move it around, and you can use the menu here above to duplicate it or to delete it. And you can use other markup tools like add text to add the date. And you could do this in the Mail app as well. So here I've got an email message and I can tap and hold the PDF. And one of the options you should see is markup and reply. So now I can mark up the PDF here. And if I use the markup tools here, I've got the same add signature available. But this time when I'm done, I can reply whoever sent it to me or new message if I want to send it to somebody else. So I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up button below to let me know. I publish new tutorials each weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.